Well, welcome to Front Tire Adventures. Fly in for a little visit. You'll enjoy it. This place is a mess. Normally I've always had everything organized, but yeah, if you've been following along on the channel, you know that there's been some changes. So what this place is going to become is the workshop, the forestry shop. So everything that's motorcycle will be taken out of here and will be moved up to the other end. Actually, there's only one motorcycle, the Triumph. So that shop is insulated, the little one that's up close to the house there. So all of this stuff will be taken up there, and I'll turn it into a nice little motorcycle shop, just for one bike. The other shop that's over there will be for the heavier things, generator, pressure washer, snow blower, that kind of stuff. This is going to be completely revamped. I'm going to leave all this, but it's going to be revamped as a forestry shop. And all my old keepsakes that have been laying around when I had my shop before, old signs and stuff and old saws, are going to come back. So I may change the colors, probably will. Make it more, maybe even a shiplap siding on the both sides. Leave the ends alone, I'm not sure. That corner back there, I'm going to put a nice toolbox, all the tools that I need, welder, power tools, little compressor underneath, all that kind of stuff. A rack here for my pruning saws, maybe a rack for the chainsaws, vise over here for sharpening, all kinds of room under here. This is the last little bit of stuff, Harley Davidson stuff that I've got to get rid of. There's a few things here to sell in the spring. The truck has got to be reorganized. What you're sitting on is the toolbox, so the truck has got to be completely cleaned out. That's got to go in. This fuel tank has got to be in and bolted. So there's a lot of stuff going on that's work related. And I have to be careful because, I'm good for 3-4 hours a day, 3 days a week. And then it really gets to me, the physical side of it, especially the little excavator, the mower up and down, it jerks my neck. So I noticed that the other day. I've got to be really careful with this. And then when it comes the end of probably April, mid-May, I suspect I'll be parking the stuff because then I'm in full swing of getting ready for the road. Maybe even mid-May, end of April, mid-May. I'm not sure if that's what I said. Mid-May, I would like to think that I've got my gear home, all service parked, and then I'm in that June, July on the road out west, and that idea in my head. So I need recovery time from this kind of work. It funds what I do, but it will find the weakness in my body. So I enjoy it, but there's some stresses sometimes when the phone rings and I'm trying to schedule things. I'm a one-man show, so I have to be very aware of that doesn't creep in, tighten up your chest. As long as I enjoy it, as long as it's fun, and I can make a little bit of money with it to fund what I'm doing, then you're funding fun. So that's all that I'll say about that. But anyway, I've got a ton of work to do in my yard. There's a big window going in at the end of the house. Kind of change that end a little bit. Carpet both bedrooms, a reading area in another bedroom. So there's stuff going on there. That window is coming out, that's in there to make room for the big one. and that'll go into one of the shops to allow the winter's heat to get in on the side for the bike. So there's a lot of stuff there. I've got a bunch of landscape stuff, and the tub has probably got tadpoles in it now, so I've got to get that stuff all organized, get this organized, get, you know, everything. There's a list, you know. Yeah. You know me, there's a list. So anyway, that's all to be organized, and I'm going to give myself all of April and maybe a little bit of May to get it organized. Maybe even, not, I shouldn't say, well, it'll be part of April, but May. And I suspect I'm going to head out on the road the first week of June. We've got ferry already booked from Port Hardy, Vancouver Island, up into Prince Rupert, and then stay in Haida Gwaii for a while. And then I thought I could take the ferry right up from there up into Haines, but that doesn't run anymore. They can't get crew. So I'll have to come out through Terrace, where Ted and I stayed last year, and then up through that junction, up to 97 and up. But it's Alaska bound. That's where I'm going to be this year, and I'm not going to worry about the Dawson side or Tuktoyaktuk. That will be another trip. I'm just going to do Alaska and some things I want to see. So I just thought I would give you a little update, and every day I walk out here and we get a little more snow, so I can't get going. I need the snow to melt so I can strip that apart up there, move that stuff up in there, start reorganizing this, because it's just a figure eight. You're going in circles trying to organize this, and I need things to kind of come in line for me to proceed. And once it starts going, you know, then it's just a couple hours every day, and I know what that is for me. Once I get my teeth sunk into something, it will happen quick, and then it'll move the yard work, then the housework, and then when I feel that I've got control of it, then I'll start something else. That's usually the way it goes. Okay, let's have a little look outside. Probably pretty noisy out here with the cars. Anyway, what I was talking about earlier, the shop, the new motorcycle shop, just let me give you an idea also. The window and what I'm talking about up here. So you see the front of my place right here. So right here, this is 16 feet wide. I'm putting in corner to corner, full height, 12 foot. And it's going to be 4 sections sliding, built-in blinds, and then there'll be a patio here, and I'll have light on either side, up down pot light, maybe a little bit of that brick on the outside's patio, a little bit of a sitting area out here. But that window I want to take, and as the sun comes along now, I want to put it right in the side of this little shed, and this will be the Triumph shed. I've got to do all the trim again, just do it right, I guess. So that big ramp that was down there is going to come up here, and that will open up, and that'll just be the motorcycle shed close to the house. Down in this corner here, I'm going to extend the lawn a little bit out along there, because I want to put some nice color in there. This thing right here that turns really purple every spring, I'm probably going to move right to there, really offset that. And this little growing area will extend back kind of like a little P shape. So identify these two layers here, levels. Just probably come back to about where the shadow of my head is there. So just to put some more color in here, and I think I've got a big tree coming to put right in here. The lilac is growing really nice, that my buddy Tim gave me years ago, so the lilac will give me cover. And the idea of the cover that I'm looking for there is that when I sit back here, then I need the privacy from the road. This is completely surrounded by green and, you know, the leaves. But this is the one area that's open a little bit. So I'm thinking that right here, a big tree right there, and then the lilac in front of it, and then that nice purple stuff over there. So I need to shave that corner off a little bit when I back my truck in. But this is what I'm telling you about the truck. Like, so for somebody who is retired, there's an awful lot going on in a little piece of land and 3 little buildings. So that's the story of today. Stay tuned because it could change.